The 1960s saw a range of music genres become mainstream in culture, genres that were not so popular before. In the decade of the 60s, songs became anthems for the changing times, reflecting a decade of political unrest, protest, and social upheaval. Songwriters such as Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, and Janis Joplin, and bands such as The Doors, The Beatles, The Rolling Stones became a voice for a generation questioning its trust in authority, government, and the establishment. Folk music and new rock spoke out strongly against society's injustices, and songs became anthems of counterculture and rebellion. These songs captivated young people's hearts as they highlighted injustices and prejudices. With the war in Vietnam, the movement to civil rights, and the assassination of Kennedy, music reflected a time of uncertainties, change, and more freedoms. Writers began to include ideas around war and social issues, controversial for the day and never before seen in music lyrics until this era. Teen culture was becoming different, and the Woodstock era of psychedelic rock and the hippie movement gave way to the notions of freedom, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Teenagers felt liberated with the sexual revolution, and the change in attitudes of teens was encapsulated in the music. With shows like American Bandstand showcasing African American music, such as Motown, soul, and blues, more and more white kids were influenced to see them as normal people with skills and talents, bringing a sense of empathy and making way for the civil rights cause. Bob Dylan's song about Emmett Till highlighted the racial issues and tensions of the day. His song Blowing in the Wind became an anthem for the civil rights movement. James Brown, Say It Loud, became an anthem of Black Power after Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. The Doors' Unknown Soldier depicts the horrors of the Vietnam War. And John Lennon and Plastic Ono Band's Give Peace a Chance became an anti-war chant. Breitbart said that politics runs downstream from culture. As music reflected the culture of the 1960s, and the culture was in turn shaped by the music, much political change could be attributed to this music culture of the 1960s.